The most exciting thing I got to work on this year for the PTC was the launch of the Sarah Maguire Prize for Poetry and Translation. And I just can't wait to see what kinds of manuscripts we'll be receiving from all around the world, and just to be able to celebrate poetry and translation.
I've had a big year in 2019, pretty exciting. We kicked off our youth programme. Al-Sadiq already, a Sudanese poet that we work with quite a bit. He did this book of poems about objects in the Petra Museum, which is a big museum of Sudanese and Egyptian artifacts. We had a school tour with a bunch of like 8, 9-year-olds. Sadiq walked them around, he showed them the objects that he wrote about, he read them some of his poems in Arabic, I read the poems in English, and he talked through like the stories that the various objects kind of brought about in his mind, often like Sudanese folktales. And he brought his own kids along as well. So it was like a really nice way of like opening up his poems to a whole new audience.
In the 2019 programme, I really enjoyed working with the 3 poets who we published and toured, so Adelaide Ivanova, Yo-Yo-Yo and Legna Rodriguez Iglesias. It was really wonderful for me to be able to bring them and their translators to lots of different audiences all around the UK, and to see the warmth and interest that their being there and sharing their poetry sparked with so many different people.
One of the things that I'm always excited about actually is getting to meet the poets in person, and that was really exciting because these are people that we've sort of had a connection with over a few years and who we've worked really hard on a publication, and then you actually get to meet them, experience the firework of their actual personalities as well as their linguistic fireworks on the page.
2019 has been a really great year for us, but my personal favourite moment was attending the 2-day Translating Poetries Symposium that we held at SOAS. It was really lovely atmosphere there, so many poets and translators and creative professionals being all in one space, vibing off each other, and really nice to actually put faces to names of people that I know we've worked with in the past, but I haven't had the chance to meet face to face. So that was really enjoyable for me.
One thing that I really enjoyed was our first ever decolonize poetries workshop with Lula Olufemi. Seeing how many people showed up and kind of strategizing and talking about what decolonization means and finding strategies that we can use in rethinking poetry and translation.
For 2020, I'm excited about the next phase of our World Poet Series books. Our first 4 have been released this year and have been really well received, so we're excited to get the next batch out and start growing that collection.
We're doing more workshops translating the Brazilian poet Carla Diakov. I adore her work. She's a poet, but she's also an artist, and I get endless joy seeing what she's put up on Instagram. Listen to her SoundCloud, folks, it's amazing. She's a really playful poet, and the workshops we do translating her work are always kind of a highlight for me. So I'm really looking forward to that.
One of the things I'm actually really looking forward to, and this is something that happens behind the scenes of the PTC, is in sorting out all the poets and all the translators' travel papers, their visas, and making sure they get here and that we can give them a really warm reception and be as hospitable as we can be. There's actually quite a lot of work, but I really do enjoy making sure that that's all in order. So that's one of the things I'll be looking forward to doing.
In the 2020 programme, I'm really looking forward to, again, working with all of the poets and translators we're going to have with us, but in particular, I'm really excited that we're going to be working with Rivka Sabatu, the Eritrean poet who's based in Italy. Not only do I think her work is really important and she has really interesting things to say, but she is a very exciting performer who really connects with audiences, so it's going to be great to have her here.